Hello, hello, fellow foodies. This is Dina here. I'm going to be showing you how to make some lightly fried sauteed zucchini. So there's a couple steps. The first is to wash and cut some zucchini rings, about, I don't know, 1/4 inch thick. Step 2 is to dip the zucchini rings in egg yolk, one full egg, and then just turn them over. My selfie stick broke, so this is a little challenging to do with one hand. And then you bring them over to a second dish filled with Italian breadcrumbs, and then you just coat both sides. Then, step 3, put them into a non-stick pan or a long grill. If you have one of those, that works as well. If you want like an option with a little bit less oil. And then you just gently saute them, the ones around the outer ring. I've had in here for probably about 5 minutes or so now, and they have the perfect light golden crispy brown. I have my electric stove set to 3, which is pretty low. Any higher than 3 on this stove will cause the olive oil, and I use extra virgin olive oil, to splatter. So I keep it at 3. It might take a little bit longer to cook, but then you don't get all dirty and you don't have a bunch of splatters. So that is really how simple it is. And as I turn them over and they have a little bit of oil on them, that is the perfect time for me to just put a little salt and pepper on them. You could also add salt and pepper to your breadcrumbs, which I didn't show the bottle, but I will. It's just Progresso, standard Italian breadcrumbs. Or you could even add it in with your egg, either way. Or if you're like my mom and you don't really like salt, you don't have to add salt. But I find they taste a little bit better, a little more savory if they do have some seasoning. All right. Okay, now some of the initial zucchini rings that I put in the first batch are nice and golden brown on both sides. So I'm going to take them out and just put them onto a serving platter. And then you can serve these really room temperature. But if you want to keep them warm, you can turn your oven on to like warm or low, 200, 225, and then just put them on a oven-safe platter and keep them warm in the oven. So take them out. Okay, so here we are. The first batch is in the oven staying warm, and as you can see around the pan, some of the breadcrumbs got a little brown. So before I start the second batch, which I have here, already dipped in egg and breadcrumbs, I'm gonna wipe the pan out to get rid of the burnt breadcrumbs so that the second batch doesn't get super dark. So here I go, wiping out the pan with a paper towel. Okay. Second batch is in the pan. I'll show you the first batch. Oven is on 200 degrees. Second batch, just nicely on a plate inside the oven, just warm enough to not get cold, and that way you can cook the rest of your dinner and not have to worry about them. All right, this second batch is looking perfect. So we're going to just add them to the platter, and we'll basically keep them warm until the other parts of dinner are complete. So what you want when you feel them with the fork is the fork, like the middle of them is going to be soft and they're not going to really stick on the fork. Like this one could probably use a few more minutes. This one's done, 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 done. These thicker ones, these end pieces, they'll be a little crunchier. If you don't like them crunchy, then let them cook longer. But all these are done, golden brown on both sides. And I mean, you can brown them to your liking. The brown, like I said before, is really just the breadcrumbs getting crunchy. These are by no stretch of the imagination gonna be mushy. I have not cooked them that long. So I don't like them mushy, but everyone has their preferences. So these don't need any more time. So I'm gonna turn this off and get them on the platter.